And then there was bass. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Yung Dolemite, of the Too Much Game podcast. Sitting here with the super producer, Ben Ready.
Yes, sir.
And my son, Deuce, over here. Say what's up, Deuce.
Hello.
How was your week, Ben Ready?
Wonderful, man. Wonderful. Can't complain. It's another day in the life. How about yours?
My shit was cool. Basically trying to catch up on sleep. You know, we had the event with the Cat vs. Dog podcast with the day party from 88th and 11 Mile.
Yep.
It was going up. It was a beautiful situation. Everybody did very well.
Yep.
Very well.
Yeah, man. You know, shout out to No Rules and AC for showing up, showing support. Had a real good turnout and all that. I wasn't expecting to have to go to work directly after that shit, though.
Hey, man, that's what you got to do, man, when you build it from the ground up, man.
I'm telling you, nigga, it's 24/7.
Literally.
100% grind mode. But yeah, man, like that shit was cool. So, you know, for the most part, spent the week trying to sleep. You know, trying to get caught up and pay my sleep debt. Deuce over here, my hype man right now. He's confirming all the details of everything. But yeah, outside of that, it was a cool week. How was your week, Deuce?
Good.
It was good?
Yep.
What you do this week?
Playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
Play Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yep.
That's good. I appreciate your input, Deuce. But, today's episode is entitled, and luckily, shit, we ain't even had no Wi-Fi, so we ain't even live on this shit. Yep. I ain't even write the shit.
Yep.
It's the silver lining freestyle.
Yes.
Thank you, Deuce. With the hype man, Deuce. Extra hype, doing his job thoroughly. But it's basically an idea that, a lot of times with the today's climate of mental health, a lot of motherfuckers committing suicide and talking about depression and having to go to therapy and just a lot of that conversation. The reason I entitled it Silver Lining is because a lot of times, when you think about the problems that you're going through, a lot of times you feel like it's just you.
Yep.
A lot of motherfuckers feel like they alone in the world when they're having problems. And it's not always the case. Like I was watching a Mike Epps special kind of loosely. He got a new special on Netflix. I think it's called like Only One Mike. Mm-hmm. And he had a little scheme on there where he had said some shit like they had a robbery, and they was like, everybody throw your problems on the ground. So everybody threw their fucking problems on the ground. And then when it was over, he said, nigga, somebody done picked my fucking problems up and ran off with them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I seen that. That was pretty. Hey, for real, because you never know who shit is worse than this. Man.
Exactly. Because like on the way to the event, I drove past Skid Row because the event was downtown. So on the way getting off the freeway, I rode past Skid Row, and I'm just looking like, this motherfuckers out here doing pretty all right in their life, and they killing themselves. And then you look at these motherfuckers that's completely homeless, and they chilling. Like, nigga, have you like really rolled down Skid Row?
Yeah, I hate downtown, man.
Nigga, them niggas got couches, like they big hanging out. As miserable as it is, like the thought of actual homelessness, they big chilling.
They got mansion tents.
Nigga, they literally making the best out of that shit. Like some of they little tents is set up nice. Like, it look like they got electricity. These motherfuckers eating every day. These motherfuckers big, hanging out, visiting each other. I rolled past one tent, it was a couch. It was literally like 4 niggas sitting on the couch, 3 standing up on either side of the couch. It was niggas in the middle of the street. They was chilling. I'm like, you know what? For them, it ain't that bad. So it's like for some people to look at, say, taking a loss, something not going right, something going bad, a relationship failing, and you looking at it like the fucking world is over. And it's a motherfucker literally homeless, living in downtown LA, who might not even have ate all day, and they chilling. Like, a lot of times, especially like if you can hear my fucking voice, you probably in the United States of America, somewhere with access to the internet. A lot of motherfuckers ain't got that. You know, like growing up in the 80s and probably years and decades before we was even born, when you didn't want to eat your food, you know your mama's favorite thing to tell you when you ain't want to eat your fucking food. It's motherfuckers in Africa starving, wishing they could have some of them Brussels sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you think about it, as far as perspective, it's right. Like a lot of what you think is the worst shit in the world, it's motherfuckers that would kill to be in your fucking shoes.
Thanks.
Even with the failed relationship that you had, even with everything going wrong in your life, it's a motherfucker laying in the bed with stage 4 cancer. Like, motherfucker, nigga, I wish I could be sitting, you know, in perfect health getting dumped by my boyfriend. Like, I wish a motherfucker would have repoed my car. Like, nigga, I would love to be sitting somewhere, you know, crying over some bullshit. You know, oh, I just got denied for this job application. Like, yeah, that sucks. But there's always something on the end of that. Like, like as a young motherfucker, I remember being in junior high when I actually thought about suicide. Not an actual serious consideration, but like really like, man, I should just kill myself. Nigga, 12 years old, I literally was failing every class in junior high in 7th grade. Nigga, I had an F in everything but PE, because of course a nigga gonna do well in PE. I had an A in PE. But nigga, I was failing my elective. Yeah. Like, nigga, I was failing art class.
Yeah.
But you probably wasn't doing nothing though. Like,
no,
you
I was chilling.
Yeah, chilling. Yeah.
Literally didn't give a fuck about school, basically. Like, you know, when you get to work and you just like, fuck it. Because I never was the type of nigga who failed tests. It wasn't a situation where I couldn't handle the work. It was that I just didn't feel like doing the work. Like, I just was a lazy fucking kid. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew I was intelligent enough because when I would do my tests, I would literally have the best grade on tests in the class. So, like, when they would hold, like, you know how you look at the back of the classroom and they got, like, all the top grades, the passing tests, my shit was always at the top. Like, oh, Anthony Webb, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. Then you go to the little paper that got the grades. I'm literally at the bottom. Like, nigga, I got the lowest grade in the class, but you look at all the tests and my shit is at the top. And motherfuckers like, how the fuck was you that smart and fail in all your classes? And I'm just like, I don't know. Lazy, I guess. I just didn't apply myself. And the thought of that at 11, 12 years old was, I ain't gonna be shit when I grow up. Cause when you younger, motherfuckers tell you, oh man, if you don't do your classwork, you don't do your schoolwork, you ain't gonna graduate. You gonna be homeless. You gonna be this and you gonna be that. And looking into the future, it's like, damn, I'm failing all these. I'm gonna be a whole fucking bum. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get a job because I'm failing all my classes. If I continue on this path, I'm not gonna graduate high school, so I for sure ain't gonna be able to get a job. And it's like the thought of that, I'm like, you know what? Let me just end it here and fuck it. It's whatever. But it's, a crazy thought that made a nigga not kill himself. What the fuck I'm gonna do when Live 96 come out? I'm gonna be
dead. That's crazy.
Like, for real, my nigga, like, damn, nigga, when the new Madden come out, I'm gonna be dead.
EA Sports saved your life.
Nigga, yeah, like when the new Nintendo system drop, I'm not gonna be here to play that shit. Fuck that. I'ma hang out. Nigga, when that Nintendo 64 drop, bitch, I'm gonna be playing that Mario 64.
And look how they talk shit about video games.
Exactly, nigga. Like, and that's what I tell motherfuckers as far as like when people going through depressive situations. Mm-hmm. Like when motherfuckers hit you with that, man, I just don't see nothing, going right, man. Life is fucked up, man. I don't know how I'm gonna continue and all this shit. And I tell motherfuckers, man, you always gonna have a reason to smile. You just gotta focus on what your reason to smile is. Like, I had a homegirl. Her boyfriend got killed. And at the time, her boyfriend, they had one of those relationships where their life was so intertwined with each other. It was like they couldn't fucking function without each other. So this motherfucker ended up getting murdered. and she just went into a deep fucking depression where all she did was sit there fucking crying all goddamn day. Like, I can't live without him. Like, bitch, you got a baby. If anything, at the end of the day, if you feel like you ain't got shit to live for, at least you got a motherfucking child you got to live for. Even motherfuckers without kids. A lot of people who feel like unfulfilled because they didn't have children, that's like motherfuckers. Some of these motherfuckers, like, you don't know who you got looking up to you. And that's some shit that a lot of motherfuckers kind of discount when it comes to moments of depression and times of feeling less than stellar. Like, as minuscule as you think you are in the grand scheme of life and in your social circle and shit like that, there's motherfuckers who look up to you. There's motherfuckers who, you know, like I said, they want to be like you. They looking at what you got and they like, shit, I wish I had that shit. Like, and you might not have much in your eyes. Like, I remember when I was a broke nigga, I had motherfuckers looking up to me. Nigga, I had a 88 Camry station wagon that ran okay, because it's a Toyota, so they run well, even if you don't take care of them. Fucked up, no stereo, no air conditioning, nigga. I was just out here riding around. I had bitches, so that was something that, you know, niggas was like, man, I'm trying to be like you, nigga. You got all the hoes. And I'm like, I'm trying to be like you. You got a job. I got a lot of hoes, but I'm broke as shit. Nigga, if it wasn't for these hoes, I might not have been eating every day, nigga. Like, I was doing terrible. I was a bum fuckboy ass nigga at, you know, in my early, you know, adult life. But again, it's you don't know who's looking up to you. Like, you don't know who's looking at you like, man, I want that. You know, like, so you gotta look at shit like that. Like me, when I look at, like, when shit is going very fucked up, I always keep a little short list of shit that I'm like, no matter what happens, I'm living for these motherfuckers. Like, so no matter how bad life is, you hear this motherfucker saying, yep. I can't end it because of him. I have a wife. I can't end it because of my wife. I can't end it. I got a daughter. Like, I got motherfuckers who looking up to me. I got motherfuckers who I'm responsible for. I got motherfuckers who I gotta take care of. Even motherfuckers who don't got no kids. There's somebody younger than you watching you. You got little cousins, younger siblings, you know, younger motherfuckers at your job. Just motherfuckers who you've come in contact with. Like, just think about how when you go to a funeral, it's hundreds of motherfuckers, and the funeral is for a loner. Like, you know, I got relatives who, you know, they fell to drugs. You know, so the way their lifestyle was, it's just like, you know, it's, hypothetically from the outside looking in, it's like, say, a crackhead's funeral. But it's thousands of motherfuckers there. Like, damn, I ain't know all these motherfuckers knew Corky like that.
Right.
And you like, damn, you know, it's a gang of motherfuckers here. People crying and all, you know, and from the outside looking in, you looking at it like, this nigga's just a crackhead. Even the people who, you know, like I said, you in your own personal mind, you feeling like, oh man, I'm just a garbage truck driver, or I'm just a forklift operator, or I just flip burgers at Wendy's. Yeah, that's true. But you got a lot of people who love you. It's a lot of motherfuckers who, even though you might feel like what you doing ain't much, it's a big crowd of motherfuckers that if something happened to you, they be fucking devastated. You know, and it's a lot of motherfuckers like that. Like, a lot of times you feel like, you know, it's just you in this motherfucker.
Like, it never is, because, you know, excuse me. A lot of people, I don't know what it is. I don't know if people just, they back themselves into these social corners or whatever the case, but sometimes we have family that's trash and, you know, leave niggas to the side, but, you know, you got friends that's here for you, you know, that care about your existence. Real friends.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Friends that know your birthday
without Facebook.
Without Facebook.
Yeah, without having to get the notification.
You feel me? You got friends that call you on a regular, just like, what's going on? You know, they hear, but sometimes we get so caught up in life itself. You forget about all kind of shit, and sometimes you think they forget about you. I had a homie call me recently, like, hey, like, we got a problem on there. I'm like, no, what happened? He like, man, I just thought you ain't fucking. I heard from him. Like, dog, that's not even the case. You know, I fuck you, nigga. We go back before the sandbox. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it made me think like, damn, nigga, I'm a badass friend. Like, I'm leaving people hanging out here. You know, so you never know how people feel about you, because I feel like I only got a certain circle, but it's more than that, because people start reaching out. So it's like, damn, it's me that's been fucking. I'll back myself into this corner. You know what
exactly. Like you realize how many people fuck with you when you kind of fall back a little bit,
right?
You know, because like that's how it is with me a lot of times. Like, you know, most motherfuckers who know me know I'm a recluse. Like, I'm very big on my personal space. I'm very big on solitude and just being to myself a lot. And it be motherfuckers hitting me up, and I'm like, God damn, nigga, this nigga calling me. Like, it be times I be asleep, and 4-5 motherfuckers done call me. And like, me personally, I be feeling like I don't fuck with nobody, don't nobody fuck with me. But then when you look at your recent calls and missed calls and shit like that, it's like, you know what? A lot of people kind of really fuck with me.
Yep.
You know, like, you really realize who fuck with you when you fall back and shit.
Where, because me and you have similar personalities when it comes to stuff like that. Do you think growing up in hardship, how we grew up, that has a effect on how we are mentally now, or how our personality is? Like, niggas is just like on some, you know, like you said, I need my space. Like, I'm leaving. I'm going off the grid probably next month, nigga. Social media. I'm leaving the state just to be like, nigga, I need room, creative wise, everything.
Yeah.
Because you know you have to have that. The type of person I am, I have to have that. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just let me do it. I know what works for me. I think the way that you grow up, you know, you grow up in the hood, grow up in hardship. We talked about it earlier on Cat versus Dog. Do you feel that carries on, the mental side of that carries on until you've grown, and this is what we have here now, how our personalities are now?
Yeah. Because like with me, like I tell motherfuckers all the time, like, just from being raised by a street nigga, to this day, I don't introduce myself by name. I rarely say, hey, what's going on? My name is this. Mm-hmm. I'll ask you your name, but I never tell niggas my name. It's a lot of people who I used to play basketball with literally for a decade that never knew my name. They just knew me as the light-skinned nigga with the braids who could jump. Like, oh, that's homeboy who be dunking on people. Oh, that's the nigga with the crossover. But they can never tell you my name because I never told niggas my name. Because I was raised by a person who told me, never tell niggas your real name. You never know what you have to do to a nigga.
Yeah.
So I never told motherfuckers my name. Like, I would give my nickname to everybody. Only motherfuckers who I knew who would know my name is niggas who I either grew up with, my girl who I possibly lived with, or some shit like that. But I never told niggas my name. Just like I never took pictures with niggas. Like, so, like, you know, the gang that I affiliate with, mm-hmm. There's no pictures of me and these niggas. There'd be 1,000 pictures of all the homies, and I wouldn't be in none of the pictures, but I was there. And I tell niggas all the time, like, oh, cuz, you from Whoop-de-Whoop? Like, yeah. I don't, you know, I see pictures of niggas all the time. You ain't never in the picture. Trust me, I'm there. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, like, when it comes to my gang affiliation, don't ask who I know. Ask who know me. Ask them niggas who I am. They know who I am. I can go to the hood, leave my car running with the door open and walk away, and ain't nobody gonna touch it. But I don't take pictures with niggas, so there's no proof of me being around. Because when it comes to indictments and things of that nature, you know, you want to get indicted, be in a picture with 30 niggas throwing up gang signs.
Hello?
You know, if something happens, somebody catch a body, somebody do some dumb shit. It's just like the Bobby Shmurda situation. You know, the motherfuckers go to social media and see 6 pictures of you with these niggas. Okay, who's he? Who's that one? So I've always been standoffish with people. I've never really been the type of motherfucker to trust people because of how I was raised. So, you know, I have a level of solitude. that I'm trying to break, especially now because of the endeavor that I'm in with podcasting. I got to be more public. I got to be more of a people person. I got to start introducing myself. I got to start putting my name and my face out there so motherfuckers know who I am, so they could consume the content that I put out. But I'm still trying to work myself into this shit. But it's like a lot of motherfuckers, like, you know, you look at where you are in the spectrum of social shit, and you looking at it like, man, you know, like, I ain't got no friends. Don't nobody like me. Ain't nobody checking for me, because you look on social media and this motherfucker got 50,000 followers and they getting 10, 20,000 likes and shit. And you post a picture and you only get, say, 5 likes. So that's like, oh man, I'm not getting a lot of likes. Don't nobody really fuck with me like that. You know, wouldn't nobody miss me if I was gone? And it's like, just as you not getting likes on social media don't mean it's not 1,000 motherfuckers out here that love you. You know, like, I've never been to a funeral and there was only 3 people there. No matter whose funeral it is.
You say you never?
Yeah, I ain't never been to a funeral and there been 2 niggas there. Like, I ain't never been to a funeral and ain't nobody tripping. Like, you know, no matter who you are, it's motherfuckers out here that love you. Whether or not they tell you, whether or not you feel like they show it in a way that you want them to show you, it's motherfuckers out here who love you. Like, you got a reason to be alive. You know, like, no matter what you going through, a lot of this shit temporary. You know, a lot of times, no matter what terrible situation you in a position to change that shit. You in a position to where you can make that better. And a lot of times, the harder the situation that you get put in, the bigger the victory it's going to be when you come out of it. You know, because I'm a strong believer that the greatest feeling in life is relief.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the worst pain you've ever felt, the greatest feeling in the world was the relief from that pain. Like, the worst shit that ever happened to you, the best feeling in the world was overcoming that shit. Like, the worst breakup you had, the best feeling was that relationship after that terrible breakup. That's the reason a lot of times motherfuckers could trick people into that rebound relationship. Because when you going through that terrible downturn of how bad you feel with that last motherfucker, that next motherfucker is like Prince fucking Charming. It's just like, say, you ain't ate in 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If I throw you a fucking hot dog, nigga, do you know how delicious that shit gonna be? Like, nigga, when you going through terrible shit, it sucks. But the feeling of coming out of that shit is fantastic. It's like sometimes it's almost worth you going through that bullshit to get that great feeling of coming out of that shit. You know, like I would say a lot on this show. That's why rappers brag so much about having the terrible background. Motherfuckers love to tell you how, oh man, when I was little, they told me I wasn't gonna be shit. Oh, I'm from this neighborhood, you know, empty refrigerator. We was on the county. We was knocking rats and roaches out the cereal box. Like, that's letting the motherfucker know that you strong enough to come up out of that shit. And, you know, a lot of times, like I be telling motherfuckers, it ain't that these niggas is no stronger than nobody. Because the human spirit in general is strong enough to come up out of a fucked up circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's no matter who you are, if you get put into some bullshit, it's just human nature to get up out of that shit. You know, and it's also some motherfuckers' nature to feel down on themselves when shit is not going right. Especially when shit is consecutively not going right. You know, like, I got turned down for this. I got turned down for this. I got turned down for this. It just feel like the shit ain't never gonna work. But when you looking at motherfuckers like just say a Bill Gates or, you know, somebody of that stature, a lot of these motherfuckers got told no a lot more than you got told no. When you look at successful rappers, these motherfuckers got told no a lot more than you got told no. Entrepreneurs as well. Any motherfucker who ever succeeded heard the word no more than a lot of us even want to fucking imagine. But, you know, you got to persevere. You know, a lot of times what makes a story great is how bad shit was before it got good. So when you going through fucked up shit, you just got to keep that shit in mind. Because like me personally, when shit is going fucked up, all I think about is, man, when I come out of this shit, it's finna be so fucking dope. Like, nigga, I can't fucking wait. Like, nigga, when a motherfucker looking at them bills, and then you looking at that check, and you like, damn, these bills a lot bigger than this check, dog. It's like, you know, you can't wait for that motherfucking breakthrough. And a lot of times you don't even see the motherfucker coming. You like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna pay these motherfucking bills. I don't know how the fuck this gonna happen. But a lot of times shit just happens. You know, because I'm not a fucking Christian. But I do believe God ain't gonna put nothing on you that you can't handle. You know, a lot of times it's shit that you go through where you don't know how the fuck you gonna come out that motherfucking storm, but you come out of that shit. You know, a lot of motherfuckers done been through worse shit than what you going through, but they get through that shit.
Yeah, nigga. Shit, I used to think when I used to think like, nigga, when my mom's passed, I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, mentally you break down, but I didn't think I was coming back from that. And not only to lose my mom, but now I got a 10-year-old to take care of at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, mentally I was all over the place.
Yeah.
It was enough to break me down and have me be one of them people to be like, you know what, I'm done. Like I could have took a wild turn.
Yeah.
But you know, I couldn't let my sister down like that.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when you in that low point, it's like you think about that shit. Like, what the fuck my sister gonna do?
Exactly.
If I end it now, what? So it's like, you know, when you in your lowest points, you gotta keep that shit in mind. Especially because like now, like when we doing interviews on motherfucking, you know, CNN and red carpets, and it's like, you know what, you know, was there a point where you thought townhouse media wasn't gonna happen?
Yes.
Nigga, exactly. And that's gonna be the main bullet point of all the shit. You know, when they do a motherfucking biopic, it's not gonna be, oh, everything went so great. Like, when the fuck have you ever seen a biopic where a motherfucker just everything was fly?
Shit, the down shit is the shit that everybody want to see.
Exactly.
The struggle, everybody want to see the struggle. What happened? How did it get here? Niggas don't care about the outcome. We see the outcome already. We want to know what you went through.
Exactly. Like, no, you know, that's where the respect comes from. You know, like in the episode I think I did maybe shit like early in this shit, the potential energy episode. Like the worse shit gets, the better it's gonna feel when you come out of that shit. You know, it's like a lot of motherfuckers look at poor circumstances and it feels like there's no getting out of it. Like, you feel like this is permanent. Like, I ain't never gonna get out of this shit. This ain't never gonna happen. But who was that? J.K. Rowling?
J.K. Rowling's
Harry Potter
Harry
books.
Potter, yeah.
Nigga, she was homeless eating out the fucking trash can. Like, it's motherfuckers doing fucked up before shit finally hit for her. So you looking at shit like, man, I done got denied for my third job. I got this motherfucking degree and it ain't happening yet. Everything don't happen on your time. You know, it's like the Christians say, you know, God don't come, what he say? He might not come when you call him, but he always on time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of shit is like that. Just because some shit don't happen when you want that shit to happen, don't mean it ain't gonna happen. And sometimes the shit might not happen how you want it to happen. It might happen better. Nigga, what you thought you was gonna do in life might not be what you end up doing. You know, nigga, like Michael Jordan probably thought he was gonna be a baseball player. You know, a lot of motherfuckers who thought they was gonna do something, like Dave East probably thought he was gonna be in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of motherfuckers thought that they was gonna be a whole different lane than what they went into. Nipsey Hussle probably thought he was gonna die a gang member.
Mm.
You know, Malcolm X probably thought that he was gonna die in the street. A lot of motherfuckers was at one point and they aim was somewhere and you know, shit'll happen for you. But you always got to keep that shit in mind. You know, you might be digging for gold and find platinum. But you just got to keep on motherfucking digging. Mm-hmm. You know, that's how life work a lot of times. You know, it ain't about what's going on. It's about where you headed. And sometimes, you know, as long as you keep on pushing, you'll end up somewhere. Whether or not you was aiming for that shit. But it'll always be better when shit is going fucked up. Like, you know, a lot of times when shit is going negative for me, I'm always just like, well, it ain't nowhere to go but up from here. You know, shit going fucked up, but can't get no worse than this. And I just stay optimistic about that shit.
Yeah, cause it ain't gonna stay bad forever. If you have ambition and drive, everything shit can change. If you just give up or you just get lazy, like, you know, I was talking recently about, you know, similar to how you feel, like how we have to change and do shit different with this podcast shit. You have to go talk to people and, you know, get out there. And some people don't know that shit is tough when you used to being, you an introvert and you don't fuck with people like that, and that shit is tough.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Like, I had to pep talk myself and shit, nigga, and I'm about to go to this day party. You know,
yeah, nigga.
I see somebody, I'm gonna chop it up, they look at something important, and I tried it, you know. I talked to a girl from the podcast next door, and she said she hate Leos, and I act like somebody called me.
Man, goddamn, yeah.
To get up out of here.
Yeah, she was something else.
Yeah, a handful.
Yeah,
to say the least.
2 hands full. But shit, nigga, like
3.
Yeah, a lot of that shit was one of them situations. Like, nigga, I was the motherfucker with the microphone in my hand with them bright ass lights in my face. And like I always tell niggas, I am an introvert. Like I was telling CJ, I can sit here and talk into this microphone in front of my phone because it ain't nobody here but me, you, and these mics. So it's not like I'm not imagining thousands of niggas downloading and streaming this shit. I'm just sitting here with this motherfucking microphone talking literally to you, my son next to me. I'm in my comfort zone. I'm in a comfortable fucking setting. Mm-hmm. But when we at the fucking day party, it's thousands of motherfuckers. It's bright ass lights, cameras, you know, semi-famous motherfuckers. Yeah, it's hot than a motherfucker. I'm sweating and shit. I got this bright ass light on my yellow ass forehead, nigga. I'm looking like the ghost of December in that motherfucker. You know, and I'm sweating and shit. But it's like, nigga, I'm doing something that's way the fuck out of my element. And when you looking at motherfuckers who you feel like is doing better than you, a lot of times what I like to tell myself, whether or not it be true, is, man, that nigga probably way out of his element too. That nigga probably just as uncomfortable as I am. Because when you look at your problems, when you looking at all the motherfuckers who look like they got shit figured out, trust me, they got just as many problems as you, if not more. Like, something I used to always say is, I ain't never wanted another motherfucker life because I ain't know how many dicks they had to suck to get where they at. Like, nigga, I don't know what that nigga did to get that. I don't know what that motherfucker did to get there. I don't know what that motherfucker did to get in that position. He might have did some shit that I would never do. Like, when they, you know, back in the Illuminati rumor days, you know, they used to love to say, oh, you know, a lot of these rappers sucking dick to get their deal. Right. A lot of these niggas getting fucked in the ass to get their deal. Those rumors may not came from nowhere. Somebody might have actually had to go through that to get that. So when you look at what another motherfucker got, you got to realize they did some shit you probably would never do to get where they at. And a lot of times when you look at where you at, you doing a lot better than a lot of motherfuckers. Like, I remember when I was younger and I was sitting in class and I think I was probably 9th grade. I was homeless. And one of my teachers, he was from Mexico. So he was like showing the little shack that he was raised in on the overhead projector and shit. And he like, yeah, you guys over here complaining and you're in the United States, the land of opportunity. Look at, this is the shack that I lived in and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so what, bitch? I live in a Cadillac. Like, I didn't say it out loud, but at the time, I literally was sleeping in a fucking car. The fucking sunroof was busted, so we had a black trash bag covering the top of the car. Like, nigga, I'm sleeping in the car with my 2 brothers, my sister, and my mom. We 5 deep, living in a fucking Cadillac. Like, nigga, don't try to out problem the class, because you don't know what the fuck we out here going through, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm sure most of my classmates were doing far better than me. Like, the high school that I went to was in an okay area, but I was homeless. So I'm like, nigga, I'm going through it. But like the joke that Dave Chappelle told about Anthony Bourdain killing himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, you was literally at the pinnacle of human existence practically. Like, you, for a living, you ate delicious meals with famous people every single day. You were the chef to the stars. Everybody liked you. What the fuck would make you end it? And then he told the story of his partner, the urban genius. He did well in school, and he got to a high point in the life of a motherfucker from the ghetto, and he went right back down into the fucking toilet. And he said this motherfucker never committed or never considered killing himself. Nigga, I tried to convince him to kill himself.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Exactly, nigga. But it's like, that's how I look at shit in general when it comes to things like that. Like, nigga, it's motherfuckers that's this high up killing themselves. They mental fortitude is that fucking weak that you would kill yourself because you probably went from 1,000 to 999. And it's a motherfucker at 2 that is so happy to see 3, he's ecstatic. Like, nigga, have you ever gave a homeless motherfucker $20?
I don't think 20. I for sure 10 though.
Cause, nigga, like, the look on a homeless motherfucker face when you get him a dub is like, oh man, thank you. Like, you made they whole fucking month. Like, nigga, a dub, you know what I could do with this shit? Nigga, if I get a paycheck under $1,300, I swear to God, I'll be pissed. Nigga, 1 week. If my check is under $1,300, nigga, ask my wife, nigga, I'll be frustrated. This nigga, I gave him $20 motherfucking dollars, and you'd have swore to God he won the fucking lottery. And I look, you know, that shit always brings me perspective. Like, nigga, how the fuck am I gonna sit up here and be pissed off about a $1,300 motherfucking check? And I gave this nigga literally 1% of that, and he's ecstatic. Like, what kind of shit is that? You know, like, a lot of times, like, I be having to check myself. You know, like the last episode, nigga, I be having to check my fucking ego sometimes. Like, nigga, who the fuck am I to be pissed off about getting the type of money that this motherfucker's out here dying behind? Like, nigga, a liquor store robbery, you might only really get about, if that, 1,100. And I'm over here pissed off that I got paid 1,100 for sitting on my ass with a steering wheel in my hand. You know, like, a lot of motherfuckers, we get fucked up when circumstances ain't going our way. You know, shit is going a way that we didn't expect. And it's, you know, for the negative, and we like, man, this is bullshit, fuck this shit. And we start thinking the worst of the worst. You know, because I look at suicide as like literally the worst shit you can do. And, you know, 50 Cent said, death is easy, but life is hard. And a lot of times, you know, that's how you feel. But I feel like suicide is probably the most selfish shit in the world. Because at the end of the day, suicide is selfish.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You don't care about your family. Dying by your choice is selfish. You jumping off of something and whatever the case, like, that's selfish as fuck. Because you don't care how your family gonna feel. You won't feel are they set up to where if that happens they'll be cool? Or you just, oh man, fuck it, life is hard, I'm ready to jump off and end it. Nah, that shit is whack as fuck.
Exactly.
You can't come back from that. And then, you know, I think psychological, or it starts, I was reading something or watching something, it said, like, suicide starts, like, it's never the first suicide in the family. You know what I'm saying? So it can start a string of suicides down the line. You know what I'm saying? So that's nuts.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's some deep fucking shit. And I'm like, I honestly think everybody at some point in life thought about suicide. You know, whether or not you try to actually go through with it or the thought was a serious thought, like, you know, everybody who go through a depression be like, man, fuck this shit, I should just end it all. But, you know, it's that mental fortitude that you gotta have to tell your motherfucking ass to keep going. You know, like suicide is the worst fucking shit you could do. You know, like it's some bullshit. You know, like I be whenever I hear about a motherfucker committing suicide, like I really be wanting to know, like, man, what the fuck was really going through this motherfucker's mind?
A lot of times, suicide is revenge. You know that? Like,
Yeah. I watched a video of a nigga who girl dumped him, and he blew his brains out right in front of him. I'm like,
was that the one?
Elevator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga, like it's never that serious.
Yeah. You know, because the thing is, nigga, the best revenge is success. Like, nigga, as much as she probably was fucked up about you killing yourself, she probably bouncing on another nigga dick right now.
You know, on the way there, she probably was calling nigga on the way up the elevator.
Charles, do you know this motherfucker just killed himself? I just heard a gunshot. I think that nigga blew his damn brains out. Open the door. I'll be there at 3. Like, motherfucker, you know, the motherfucker who you doing it about ain't thinking about your ass. And a lot of times that might be why you doing it, because you feel like a motherfucker don't care and you feel like don't nobody care. But it's motherfuckers who really care.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I always try to focus on in my life, period. You know, like, I know no matter what the fuck happens, it's at least 3 motherfuckers who don't want me out of here. And that's enough to keep me going. Like, nigga, no matter how bad it get in my life,
mm-hmm.
I know it's somebody who love a nigga. And I gotta keep on going, at least for them. You know, if not for nobody else. If not even for me. Because, like, I used to always think, you know, just as a little kid, like, man, what if something happened to my mama?
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, not as an adult, like, just, you know, like, damn, nigga, we gonna be fucked up. I'm 12. You know, because I used to always just think about shit like that as a little kid. Like, man, that would be fucked up. And the crazy thing about a lot of people who, like, be going through depressed states, I always think about that shit with them. Like, when you see motherfuckers post real sad statuses online,
yeah,
it be like, damn, homie, I really hope homeboy all right. Because it's like, man, what if this nigga killed himself? Because a lot of times motherfuckers, you know, and with the fucking whole social media generation, like, there's motherfuckers who, you know, when you post some sad shit, you know, you got the motherfuckers in the comments, oh, you know, call me if you need somebody to talk to, and, you know, shit like that. There's always motherfuckers willing to give you the fake sympathetic little shit. And, you know, sometimes, man, you gotta take the fake sympathy. You know, just that alone to keep a motherfucker going. Because even with the fake sympathy, some of those motherfuckers really care. You know, you got 4 or 5 motherfuckers who just asking you how you doing to be nosy to see what the fuck is going on. But you also got another group of motherfuckers who really don't want nothing to happen to you. You know, and those motherfuckers you got to focus on, because like I tell niggas, it ain't about the motherfucker who got 10 million followers. Because those motherfuckers sometimes feel more alone than the nigga who got that solid 3. You know, I tell niggas all the time, like, nigga, as long as I got the 4 or 5 motherfuckers in my life who I know really fuck with me, I don't need 5 million people to fuck with me.
That's all that matters.
Like, nigga, I got this little small circle of niggas, to me, is bigger than you having 5,000 fake motherfuckers around you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, like they say, man, motherfuckers get money and the first thing they buy is homeboys. You got all these fake motherfuckers around you who don't even really fuck with you. They only fucking with you because of the value that you provide to them, whether it be monetary or clout. Like Floyd Mayweather, you know, various celebrities, entertainers, and social media influencers. Like, you got all these new motherfuckers following you and trying to attach themselves to you because that's gonna bring them social equity, basically. And that shit ain't worth shit. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers, you know, you got a million motherfuckers at your funeral fake crying over you. And, you know, like the niggas who, like when Nipsey died, oh, y'all didn't care until he passed away and all this type of shit. No, man, it's motherfuckers who really got love for niggas out here. Mm-hmm. You know, because don't nobody never say that shit. Niggas didn't say that when your auntie died. Motherfuckers didn't say, oh, the only reason these niggas at this funeral. Like, no, motherfucker. Like, people really love motherfuckers out here. Because even when a celebrity has, like, the small little family gathering, it's enough motherfuckers that really got love for you that, you know, they gonna show up about you. You know, so, like, when I think about negative shit, I always think about that silver lining. Outside of monetary success, which a lot of motherfuckers is trying to get in their life. You know, the most important thing in your life is the couple of motherfuckers that really love you. Mm-hmm. It ain't gotta be 10 million motherfuckers. It could literally be 3. It could just be you, your little brother, and your uncle and shit. And those are the motherfuckers who you should be still pushing for. Whether you become a fucking rich multi-motherfucking millionaire or just a motherfucker who they see every Thanksgiving. Like, you know, it's always somebody out here that love your motherfucking ass. Whether you feel like you an ain't shit motherfucker or not. You know, because I've had times like that in my adult life where it just was like, man, fuck this shit. Like, you know, I'll be better off gone. A lot of motherfuckers be feeling like that. Whether they admit it or not, whether they say it out loud or not. A lot of motherfuckers, you know, you have those low times in your life where it feel like shit just ain't fucking worth it. You know, but like I always keep in mind, like, you know, like these motherfucking tattoo on my hand and shit. Like, it's always a motherfucker who I'm here for outside of myself. Like, when I go to work and I'm having one of them long, hard work days where I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I want to quit. Fuck this bitch ass job. Like, I just want to chill, eat ice cream, and play Grand Theft Auto all motherfucking day. But it's like, I can't. Because this little nigga can't afford to do that if I'm somewhere bullshitting. You know, like, a lot of times in life, it's some shit that you're going through it, and it feels like it's the worst shit in the world. But it's like, dude, it's gonna feel fantastic when you come up out of that shit. You know, you gotta look at the other motherfuckers in your life that benefit from you doing well. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that honestly just want to see you do well. Like, it's motherfuckers who I'm just rooting for from afar. It's niggas who, it's nothing that they gonna provide to me, but I just want to see them do well. Like, you know, friends from high school, you know, motherfuckers who you see on Facebook and shit. Like, you got a homeboy, he got like a little, he rapping, and you just like, man, I hope this nigga get on. Nigga, I ain't even spoke to this nigga. I don't barely even comment on this shit. But I just hope he does well. You know, it's motherfuckers rooting for you in secret. And
that's true too.
And that's what you got to keep on motherfucking grinding for. It's a lot of motherfuckers who I'll run into, like, nigga, when I was at the hood day. And homies from the turf was like, man, nigga, I be seeing your little TV show on Facebook, man. That shit dope as a motherfucker, man. I be tuning in. I'm like, what? How the fuck you know I'm you know, I got a motherfucking podcast? Like, these niggas don't even know what a podcast is. They just know I got some shit where I got a microphone and I'll be talking with a camera in front of me. But, you know, it's motherfuckers, you know, good fucking feedback. Motherfuckers hitting my DM and shit telling me they like the show. Lawyers from out of state and computer programmers and all types of motherfuckers like, yeah, man, that little episode you did was whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, damn, I didn't know this many niggas was fucking with the show. And that's beyond motherfuckers who are content creators. Just motherfuckers who work. It's a motherfucker at your job who's rooting for you. It's a motherfucker who you walk past every day on the way to the bus stop who rooting for you. Like, them motherfuckers saw you walking to that motherfucking bus stop for 2 years. Then you went and got your little Chrysler 300 little hoopty, and they like, man, I'm so glad to see homeboy not getting on the bus no more. That little nigga, you remember a little homeboy on the corner who was walking? That nigga got him a car. These motherfuckers is happy for you. So it's like, you got to keep on pushing. Because there's motherfuckers out here that really want to see you do well.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a lot of times we look at life like we the star of a motherfucking movie. And the thing is, even when you the star of the movie, it's somebody who you got to entertain. Like me, I'm the star of my movie, but I got characters who I got to look out for.
Supporting cast.
Exactly.
Co-stars.
Exactly. So it's motherfuckers who you got to push for to make this shit work. So you can't just end it when shit don't go your fucking way. Just like when you have an endeavor that you go into. Like if you do music, or if you do podcasting, or if you consider yourself to be an actor, or you provide a service, like you can't fucking quit just because motherfuckers telling you no. Because every motherfucker who you see successful, it's rare a motherfucker tell you, man, first thing I jumped into worked. I just went and applied, I got hired, and now I'm rich. Oh, I just, had this little idea and everything went perfectly. No, that doesn't fucking happen. Everybody went through some shit. A lot of times, like when you'll watch, like, say, Unsung or some biopic of a motherfucker, it's like, damn, this nigga had a fucked up life.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I ain't even know this motherfucker was homeless. I ain't know this nigga was eating out the trash can. Damn, I ain't know that nigga uncle raped him. Like, there's some niggas going through some terrible shit, way worse than what the fuck you going through, and they're doing well. Everybody got their motherfucking journey. A lot of motherfuckers, you feel like you got to jump through all these motherfucking hurdles. But it's just like when you watch, like, NBA Classic, and you looking at how hard it was for you to play basketball, and you not realizing these niggas did everything you doing in Chuck Taylors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, these niggas did, these niggas went through everything you went through and worse. And they was happy about the shit, and you crying.
Feet fucked up in them cardboards.
Nigga. Exactly, nigga. Like, nigga, when I think about how fucked up life is for me, I think there was a slave who literally woke up and went to sleep to work for another motherfucker for free. And I'm over here complaining about some shit that I'm getting paid for. Like, I'm complaining and I got 1,000 motherfucking reasons to be happy. Like, it's a motherfucker somewhere in, a third world motherfucking country who ain't ate in 3 fucking days. And I'm fucking complaining. Like, nigga, it could always motherfucking be worse. Like, no matter what fucking black cloud you got over your motherfucking head, it's a silver fucking lining around that shit. Like, nigga, you literally live in the land of opportunity. No matter how bad shit is going, it could always motherfucking get better. Like, no matter how fucked up shit is for you, there's a motherfucker they in a worse circumstance and they happy for it. Mm-hmm. Like me and my homeboys, nigga, you included. We reminisce on the times where as much shit as we got going on, as happy as we are with what we got going on, we think about times where we had a lot less and we was a lot happier.
This is true.
Like, nigga, me and my homeboys talk about that shit all the time. Like, nigga, remember when we was broke? We didn't have shit. All we had was a big-ass gallon of Tampico, some joysticks, and we was sitting there playing Madden in a motherfucking bedroom, nigga, having the time of our fucking life. Like, the boring days of being broke was fun because we had each other. Like, nigga, that's literally all niggas had growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, each other's motherfucking company. But it's like, nigga, when you get to a certain status in life, it's like you can't appreciate that shit no more. And I always try to keep that shit in mind.
One of my most recent gripes, and it sounds funny, it's stupid as fuck. I was like, man, I hate that I got a credit card.
Exactly.
said, I like it better without a credit card. This shit is ridiculous because at the end of the day, you still got to keep paying that motherfucker off.
Exactly.
At the end of the month or however this shit go. Like, nah. I liked it better when my credit was fucked up and I couldn't get a credit card.
Exactly. Nigga, I literally be saying, I wish I didn't graduate high school. Because I wouldn't have been able to go to DeVry. I owe DeVry at least 20-something thousand more dollars. If it wasn't for that goddamn diploma, I wouldn't owe DeVry this $20,000. Nigga, I owe these niggas 20 fucking bands and I ain't got no fucking degree. Nigga, I owe these niggas 20 motherfucking thousand. I don't remember shit I learned to that motherfucker. Only thing I got to show for that fucking degree was like some little fake electrical kit, and I don't know how to use it because I didn't finish that class. Like, nigga, my house. I'm complaining about all the shit that's going on in my house. I'm a fucking homeowner. Like, I should be ecstatic at the fact that from the circumstances that I came from, I'm able to own a fucking home. Like, my kids got a front and backyard, all the toys they can motherfucking play with. They eat every motherfucking day. They will never know nothing about homeless. They ain't never gonna eat a fucking syrup sandwich. They ain't never gonna have to eat fucking top ramen. They ain't never gonna have to pop the refrigerator open and there's literally nothing in there. They ain't gonna know nothing about that shit. I really should have nothing to ever fucking complain about. But it's just human fucking nature. You know, shit go funky. Your brain just says, oh, poor me. And you have a fucking pity party. But shit, nigga, a lot of motherfuckers have been through way worse motherfucking circumstances.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nigga, I've literally been homeless for a great long period of, nigga, years. Where I did not have a fucking address. Like, I remember in junior high school, remember in the days of getting phone numbers? Cute bitch. Oh, what's your phone number? Uh-huh. I ain't got a phone. What do you mean you ain't got a phone? Don't got a phone. How you don't got a phone? Don't got a phone. Bitch, you don't see these Payless shoes I got on? You think I got a phone? I can't even afford Nikes. How the fuck you think I can afford a phone? But, nigga, my kids ain't never gonna have to go through that shit. Mm-mm. So I literally don't have shit to legitimately complain about. And a lot of motherfuckers who under the sound of my voice, again, nigga, if you can listen to podcasts, you got to be doing all right. I don't think nobody listen to this motherfucker from a box. If you are, find that nigga with that couch. Nigga, take your ass to Skid Row, nigga. Them homeless niggas booming. Like, the smiles on the faces made it not as depressing as it was when I first turned onto the street. Because when you first turn onto that street, it's like, damn, you get depressed. It's like, fuck, this nigga's really out here doing bad, man. Like, god damn. But then you look at the looks on these niggas' faces, and it's like, hold on, these niggas is happy. I see niggas laughing. I see kids throwing footballs and shit. Like, these motherfuckers out here partying. And it's like, hold on, nigga, how the fuck I'm gonna sit up here and complain about the bullshit that I'm going through, and these motherfuckers is going through, in my personal mind, the worst of fucking circumstances, and they happy. Because at the end of the day, I look at true wealth as happiness and peace of mind. And I got all this shit, but I don't have that shit. These niggas ain't got shit, and they happier than me. I got life all fucked up. You know. And that's pretty much the practical motherfucking wisdom. Like, nigga, don't gain all this monetary shit, all this bullshit, and lose what's actually important, which is love, peace of mind, you know, good interactions with motherfuckers, leaving a positive image on other people. Because I don't look at the measure of what your life is as what you were able to acquire. I think that the measure of what your impact is in life is the positive images you left with people. You know, how they viewed you, what impact you had on their life. You know, like I always say about the whole reason of me doing Too Much Game. I feel like me doing a podcast that could possibly help motherfuckers in their life is a lot better than me doing a podcast that just make niggas laugh all motherfucking day. Mm-hmm. And, oh man, that nigga podcast is hilarious. Yeah, that's cool and shit. But I'd rather a motherfucker say, man, I listened to Too Much Game, and that shit made me really, like, finish college. You know, I listened to Too Much Game, man, that shit made me keep on going in this rap shit. You know, I listened to Too Much Game, you know, that shit made me really want to continue on this journey of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know, so when you going through life, man, just think about the positive motherfucking effect that you have on other motherfuckers. And when you going through something terrible, just think about how much better you gonna feel when you come out of that shit. You know, because the greatest feeling in life is, relief. The greatest thing that you can acquire and maintain in life is peace of mind. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Yung Dolemite of the Too Much Game podcast. Sitting here with the super producer, Ben Ready.
Yes, sir.
AKA Tomahawk. AKA King Tut. AKA The Blueprint One. AKA Drunk Before Seriously Not Another Podcast the other night.
AKA Mr. AKA.
Hell yeah, nigga. The motherfucking Power Father. And my, short-lived hype man, my son Deuce over here. You know, we gonna be at you motherfuckers next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. If you would like to support us financially, it's patreon.com/Townhouse Media. Town E House Media. Support all the Townhouse Media podcasts. Seriously Not Another Podcast. 9-ish Friday nights. No Rules Podcast. Wednesdays, 5 p.m.-ish around there. Cat vs. Dog. Sundays, around 3 p.m. And Too Much Game. 5 p.m. on Sundays. Around there. Sometimes way after. Shout out to Warren Gold Clothing at warrengoldco.com. Artist Harvey Khan, who did the logo for the Cat vs. Dog podcast. 7 Saturdays Clothing, my clothing line. Shit. I think I'm going to be done with that shit, man. I'll holler at you motherfuckers next week, homie. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too Much Game.